lot of things have happened. I've got a lot done on the inside. I've still got a lot to go. Let me take you through what I've done already. The dinette seating has been put in place. It opens up. Lots of storage under there. There'll be some cushions on it. The question you're probably asking yourself is, did he forget to paint this? No, I didn't forget. I just didn't paint it. They came from the factory like this. And you're like, well, were they lazy? No, because it turns into, the dinette table turns into your bed. And on the outside of the dinette table is a nice aluminum trim, nice and shiny. So if there was paint on here, every time you put that in there and took it out, not only would it scuff this paint up and look terrible, it would also put paint on the outside of your dinette, what's already nice and shiny. So we leave that bare just like they did from the factory. And then on these edges here, there's going to be some trim that we'll install. And if you remember, this was blue, and I was going to keep it blue, and I polished it up. But I found some white appliance paint, and appliance paint is really durable, and it shined it up, and our customer wants white, wants everything white on the interior. So that worked out real well because now it's nice and shiny and new looking. So that will be there. Now, instead of going back with the stove, she does not want the stove in here. So she asked me to build her a cutting surface the same size as this. And we have the Formica, which is Wilson art really, but Formica is a brand name. But that's coming, so we're going to match the top of this cutting area with the dinette. So that's going to look real sharp. It's got a lot of colors in it that will pop on this white. Now up here, I did this almost exactly like the last one. Now there still is some trim, so don't worry about that. They all came with trim up there. And I've got to clean up the handles. And so these will move nice and smooth back and forth once the handles are on them. Another shelf down here. A lot of people like to put their spices and things right there. And then I put this extra shelf right here. And that adds quite a bit of storage. So when you're back here in your sleeping compartment, you might put an extra pillow up there, or if you have throw pillows as a decoration, you can just put them up there when you're ready to go to bed at night. Now, today, I think I'm going to build a bed. It's going to come out 48 inches, really 47 and a half, because that's all we've got to here. So 47 and a half by 75, which is the standard RV mattress that you can buy on Amazon. So we're going to go with that standard size. But then for more storage, I'm going to come up here above the window on the dinette, and I'm going to build real close to exactly what was here before. So there'll be a lot of nice storage. It's going to come out not quite a foot, and it's going to come out, up, and it's going to go the whole 75 inches. So it's going to be a lot of nice storage. It's going to look cool. There needs to be a little something up here besides the window when I get it cut out. This right here is going to be our shelf that will sit up right across the front. This is what they look like from the factory, so that's how I like to build them. So yeah, it'll go back like that. There's going to be some trim pieces that we have to add just to shine it up. It'll be painted white. As you can see, right here's the original. Very, very close. We'll have to go through this trim and shine it up. It's aluminum, so it's going to look great. And just like the original. Well, here's the bed. Doesn't look like a bed yet, but this is what it is. It's going to be 1/2-inch plywood. Then I'm getting ready to cut these 2x4s down, 75 inches long. It's going to sit up about 18 inches high on the back, and I think it'll be real nice. Well, from the drop down up about 18 inches. That way you can just kind of sit down it like a chair. Sit in. It's not going to be hard to climb in or have to roll to get out or anything. Try to make it as comfortable as possible, because when you're talking about your bed, you want comfort, and I think that's the first step. So we're going to start cutting this up and start installing. We got the bed framed out right now. It is tied in to these ends into the side walls, and then the back is brought in through the back and through the 1x3 back there, and that's what makes these campers so sturdy. Everything is tied into everything. The back is tied into the bed is tied into the sides, and now this is tied into the side, this is tied into the side, and it comes right down this seam, tying that one together. This is tied to the outside, tied to this, tied to the back. And that's what makes these such sturdy campers going down the road. You would think it's made of plywood, it's going to fall apart. It won't fall apart because everything is tied into everything. And that's one of the reasons that people say, don't haul a camper that's gutted. It will fall apart because you took all of the stability out of it. So we're getting ready to put the plywood down on the bed, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Well, we've got the bed put in, just resting after a long day of work. We got the shelf built. We just haven't installed it yet, but I will. I've got to let the filler kind of dry, and then I'll sand it down, make it beautiful, paint it white, put it up front. Probably put a coat on this as well, coat of white paint, just make it look nice. You could be 6'3" and sleep in this bed. I am not 6'3", and it is very comfortable for me. The standard size RV mattress will fit right here. If you look down here a little bit, we're going to have storage. So it's recessed back a little bit, so I'm going to build kind of like a cabinet under here, and you'll have access from right here, and then there's an access door on the door side in the back. So you'll have access coming in under from the outside, and you'll have access from the inside. So we're really gaining a lot of storage. We've got that front storage shelf made. We've got storage under this whole bed. There's going to be some storage underneath the sink. The AC is going to go in there. There's some good storage up in the upper cabinets. We've got this built that this shelf will provide. I got to finish it out and make it look real nice. But this will absolutely provide some extra storage. So underneath the dinette seating is extra storage. So storage is very much at a premium in these small campers. So the more that you can get, I think the more valuable the trailer becomes and the more comfortable you are when you're out camping. And really, that's the most important thing. You buy these things for recreation and to enjoy them, especially if you're getting a vintage camper. You want the look of a vintage. It's fun to look at them. They really are. They're so cute. And then when you make them your own on the inside, it should be a place that you come and escape and just have a great time in. And that's what I'm trying to do with this extra storage so that you don't have to look at things. You can look at the cool interior of your vintage camper and how you decide to decorate it. So I want it to be cozy. I want it to be inviting. And that's what I'm doing through the extra storage in here. I think our next step after getting everything installed and painted is I've got the Wilson Art Formica coming in, so I'll redo that table. I haven't decided if I'm going to make a whole new table or Formica over the Formica, which would be just fine, won't hurt anything, it'll make it strong. That's got to happen when we got to really start on the outside at that point. So we've got to put the skin on, get it insulated, put the skin on, and man, we're really going to be in the home stretch at that point. So make sure that you like and subscribe. It really helps me. Makes me feel good about myself. I'm telling you. So please hit the like button right now. Hit the subscribe button, and make sure that you hit the little bell so that you know when we're going to release these. We're going to try to do as many as we can, at least one a week, maybe 2 a week. But I'd like you to know when they're coming out. So like, subscribe, and maybe you check out our Instagram. The Instagram's kind of blowing up right now. Rob Rebuilds Vintage Campers. It's blowing up. I've kind of put some different pictures on there that don't make it on here. It's just kind of a fun place where there's a lot of camper people. Big RV community out there. We've got, who knows how many, over 1,000 likes at this point, but it's really blowing up. So I'd like you to kind of go over to Rob Rebuilds Vintage Campers on Instagram. Check us out. But see you next week.